Crystal Dynamics just dropped their new social media banners and logo for 30 years at Crystal Dynamics. And maybe we got a sneak peek of what the next Lara Croft could look like. Of course, I'm going to make a video about this, so let's dive in. All right, so is this title a little bit of a bait? Yes, I will say, but stay with me here. Look at this. Smash Lara reported news. Crystal Dynamics have updated their social media banners with a brand new unseen silhouette of Lara Croft. It also features seemingly new renders of Gex and Raziel from Legacy of Kain. It's still unknown how Crystal plan on celebrating their anniversary. There it is. There it is. Zoom that in. So, upon first glance, when I saw this, of course, what made me the happiest is seeing that Lara has some curves here, okay? Because if you've watched any of my videos and me talk about Lara Croft, I am very, very much a classic Lara Croft fan, the OG, the original. If you want to see a video where I just made the one before this one, where I talked about the differences and where I think Tomb Raider needs to be moving forward, check that out. But yeah, I am extremely vocal in the fact that the new Lara Croft just ain't it, and for multiple reasons. But one of the biggest things I like about Lara Croft is that she's a power fantasy, and part of that was that she was very curvy, very strong looking, and in this case, you see, okay, look, she's actually got hips again. I like it, and the braid, of course, happy about that. But you know, after this just dropped or whatever, after I saw this tweet, I replied to it and I said, she actually has her original curvy body type here, it seems, and the braid here. I love this. Very refreshing. I am kind of surprised they didn't go with a more of a hybrid look, especially not, you know, with the braid and everything too, and the curvy build. That's just not like Crystal Dynamics to let Lara Croft be curvy anymore. So this was a pleasant surprise. So I said this. Then Mike Art right here says, it was a pleasure to draw her. This is when the mystery started unfolding. And I said, oh, so you did this piece? And he said, yeah. And I said, OMG, you did so freaking good. I love it. He said, thanks. Let's investigate, okay? So he's done, I've seen some of his fan arts before. He's a very good artist. Here he says he's been drawing Lara for a long time. And in this case, glad that my art was used for the new logo. Now, I am curious. Surely they commissioned him or something, but he isn't answering, so maybe he's under NDA or something, because people are asking, like, did they contact you? So this is, we actually have a full version right here. It looks like they did change some things, with the braid being over on this side, it's over back here instead. It looks like some of the hair, I'm not sure if they, well, it looks about the same. Obviously, when you look at the full piece and you see it all colored in and stuff like that, I think this is incredible. I think it definitely, she has a lot closer of a classic Lara body type than what we've seen with the curves, especially like in the hips and thigh area. That is such an important part, and I will go over more about that later. But this sounds so obsessive, just going this in detail about Lara Croft's like design and stuff, but hey, you know what, this is what we do around here when we're big fans of something. I've made videos constantly complaining about how they try to erase the hyper feminine features that Lara Croft had, and people want to call me a body shamer and all that because I say Lara needs more curves. And it's like, bro, I ain't even nearly as curvy as Lara Croft. Don't even call me no body shamer. I just want Lara Croft to look like Lara Croft. Leave me alone. All right, so anyway. This definitely looks more like a blend of Reboot Lara and Classic Lara. Really good artwork. Very talented artist here. I do like that she has more Classic Lara features with like the full lips. The curvy hips and thighs, this is extremely important to me. Now, a lot of people, when they think Lara Croft, they think boobs. That's it. Obviously, that's still a very hugely defining characteristic that Lara Croft has. But I think, when I think Lara Croft, the first physical characteristic I think of is the hips and thighs being very strong. So here we have, like, this is what I think Crystal Dynamics has done wrong with Lara Croft, is every time they try to give us more of a classic Lara, they still remove the iconic big hips and like strong looking thighs. They slim her down a lot and shorten her legs a lot, and obviously took away a lot of her curves in general. I mean, obviously this is a very beautiful character model. There's nothing wrong with this look, but it's not Lara Croft. So now let me go back here. Here's a GIF. I just beat Tomb Raider Chronicles again, which, speaking of, I do want to do reviews of the classic games again. Well, all of the games, actually, but that will be quite an undertaking. Let me know if you guys want to see that in the comments. But as you can see, and when I played Chronicles, I really like the seeing Lara in the VCI levels and the cat suit, because it really showcased a lot of her strong figure. And that's the thing about Lara Croft, is some people want to act like she was just some bimbo or something, but she was designed to look strong. And this is why this is where the hips and the thick thighs come in, man. Like, she looks strong, and when you're having a character who pushes boulders, she needs to have those strong hips and thighs, and so this just doesn't cut it. And even if you look at, like, the Fortnite version of Lara, she's just, you know, she's pretty and she's cute and all that, but she doesn't look powerful. And what I love about classic Lara is that she looks so powerful, like here. And then you can see here in this Tomb Raider 3 loading screen, which I brightened up for you guys here. Look at that. Don't even tell me this girl wasn't thick. Like, she brought thick, man. She looks strong. You don't want to get kicked in the face with these. I mean, maybe some people do, but it would hurt. So I love how they gave her it's just a combination of a very curvy, hyper feminine figure, but with a lot of strength as well in her hips and thighs. Just very strong. And Crystal Dynamics, I feel like, never quite grasped that part of her anatomy, is making her look like she can push those boulders, that she can jump as high as she does, all that kind of stuff, and giving her that super strong looking aesthetic. And so I will say that this is closer to that. I definitely would like to see her thighs look more beefy, but still. And I do think, and I like curvy Lara, so I think that they don't need to nerf the bosom. Let her have her curvy boobs again, like the big boobs, all that. But I will say I am extremely surprised. So while this isn't exactly Lara Croft in terms of what we're used to seeing with the classic model, it's definitely closer than we have seen. And I think that it's still very early to say whether we can be excited about things. And if you really want me to go more in depth of where I think they need to go for the future of the franchise, check out my last upload before this one, where I really talked a lot about things, because while this is a really cool design, I don't want to see the series go in this unified direction personally. Not shading the artist here, he's incredible, and this is a very amazing piece of art, and I think that this sort of unification is still better than what we have gotten. But in an ideal scenario, I think it's time to let Lara Croft be Lara Croft again. Bring her back. You don't have to unify the classic, or not classic, you don't have to unify the new Lara, the rebooted Lara stuff, with the classic Lara stuff. And what I like about this, though, is even though, yeah, you see it still looks like reboot Lara's in there, but when you look at the silhouette, that looks straight up like classic Lara to me. So that's a really important part, is getting that silhouette right. That is just absolutely crucial. So again, this could just be some quick, either commissioned him or paid for the rights to use this in their logo that they just edited it up a bit. I don't know the specifics because he hasn't shared that, and he may not be at a position to do that, but hey, it's cool. And the reception seems really positive. I mean, oh, Tomb Raider even replied, I didn't see this. Crystal employees are excited to celebrate the studio's 30th together. Mike Art, thanks again for permission to use your Lara silhouette for our logo. She looks great. Permission? Did they not pay? Bro. They better have paid. They better have paid our dude Mike here. They better. Okay. I'm not going to get too much into some tea there, but they. Yeah, I hope they paid Mike. I'm not going to start rumors that they didn't. Maybe they did. So anyway, there you have it for today's video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you want to really dive into more discussions about what's going on in gaming, nerd culture, all that kind of stuff, then feel free to check out the links I have in the description where you can join in on my Discord. You can also suggest Go Boom video topics. While I did have a lot of fun with the last video I did before this one, I do think I'm going to go more in the style of my older videos and like this, just simply because I can upload a lot more often and just keep up with you guys a lot more. And this is a lot less of a time-consuming format, so I can balance everything I do and streaming and all that kind of stuff with that. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you all tomorrow. And in the meantime, go boom. I won't obey.